Welcome back to e-learning for Adobe Dreamweaver CS6. In the last lesson, we've learned how to change the element alignment of an existing CSS layout. In this lesson, we're gonna learn how to modify the page width and the background color. Before you convert this file into the project template, let's tighten up the formatting and the placeholder content. For example, the overall width has to be modified to match the banner image. Before you can adjust the width, you'll first have to identify the CSS rule that controls the page width. If necessary, select View and then look for rulers, select View, Rulers, and then Show. Or just simply press Ctrl plus Alt plus R to display the rulers in the design window. You can use the rulers to measure the width and the height of HTML elements or images. The orientation of the rulers default to the upper left corner of the design window. To give you more flexibility, you can set this 0 point anywhere in the design view. Position the cursor over the axis point of the horizontal and vertical rulers. Drag the crosshairs to the upper left corner of the header element in the current layout. Note the width of the layout. So, position it. Using the ruler, you can see that the layout is between 960 and 970 pixels wide. You can determine it here. Insert the cursor into any content area of the layout. Observe the tag selector display to locate any elements that may control the width of the entire page. It would have to be an element that contains all the other elements. The only elements that fit this criterion are body and div container. So click the code navigator and then right click in the sidebar and select Code Navigator from the context menu. The Code Navigator window opens, displaying all the CSS rule names that may affect the selected element. The Code Navigator window opens. Move the cursor over the body and container rules to locate the specification that may control the page width. And the container. The .container rule contains the declaration with 960 pixels. By now, you should be getting good at CSS forensics using the tag selector interface in the Code Navigator. So double click the container rule in the CSS styles panel. So where's the container? In the box category. Change the width to 950 pixels and then click OK. The div container element now matches the width of the banner image. But as you can see, the main content area are shifted down below the sidebar. To understand what happened, we'll have to do a quick investigation. In the CSS style panel, click the content rule and check its properties. The width of its element is 780 pixels. In the sidebar, you can see that the width of it is 180 pixels. Combine the two elements and the total is a total of 960 pixels, the same as the original layout width. The elements are too wide to sit side by side in the main container and thereby prompted the unexpected shape. This type of error is common in web design and is easily fixed by adjusting the width of either of the two child elements. So, click the content rule in the CSS styles panel. So in the property inspect, so change the width to 770. Then apply and then okay. The div content element returns to its intended position. This was a good reminder that the size, placement, and specifications of page elements have important interactions that can affect the final design and display of your elements and of the entire page. The current background color of the page detracts from the overall designs. Let's try to remove it. Double click the body rule. So, change the background color into white and then click OK. Note that the absence of the background color gives the impression that the page's content area drifts off into the wide expanse. You could give div container a different background color, or you could simply add a border to give the content elements a definite edge. For this application, a thin border makes the most sense. So, go back. So, in the container role, in the border category, type solid, and then 2 pixels for its width, and then change the color into 0. This will make the border color green. Then click OK. A dark green border appears around the page edge. So save the file, and that's all in modifying the page width and the background color.